Hello and welcome to the Paris 2024 men's basketball semifinals. A big one, a huge one. We got here for you. France against Germany. Two teams that, well, for Germany, they are looking exactly what a lot of people thought that they would going into this particular tournament, able to really go into this one, not as much resistance to reach this point, but this French team. What a team we've seen here so far. In particular, simply because this is a unit that upset Team Canada to make it here. Now, a lot of people were thinking, all right, this French team has the backing of the fans, has a crowd behind them, but not a lot of people were that confident of what they could do. They've proved us all wrong. They were fantastic in the semifinals. We'll see if the injury to the likes of Rudy Gobert, some issues with Evan Fournier will be a factor here, or if we're going to see something different from them here. Of course, the guys in spotlight still Wembanyama, Nick Batum, and everyone else here for the French team. For Germany, on the other hand, they're going to be looking for that continued consistency. Let's see if they can get that here today. Thank you very much for joining us here on this FIBA chat stream. I'm Paulo Del Rosario, your host here for today. We have a little poll going on in the chat section. Who you got, France or Germany? Let us know what you guys think. Should be a really interesting one here today, and I will read out the polls later on. Join us in the chat. For those wondering, you cannot watch the game live here on this YouTube page simply because, well, to be honest, we don't have the rights for it. So this is going to be a little second screen experience. We're going to assume that you have access to the feed, and if you want to keep this on the side and have a more tailored experience to this game on this FIBA YouTube page, we really appreciate you joining us here as well. I'm Paulo Del Rosario. Great to be here with you guys. As of right now, it's the French who has a ball first and misses a first 3-point pull-up, but then it's Franz Wagner who gets the scoring on the board here. 2 points to the Germans to start things off. Let us know what you guys think. Who will get it here today? Should be a really interesting one. The only team with a home crowd boost, obviously, is the French. Let's see if they can take full advantage of that here today. Now, wherever you're watching around the world, let us know what you guys think. Go check it out. And we're getting people cheering for neutrals coming in, by the way, cheering for the teams that they like. You have someone coming in from Japan saying, go Germany. As Daniel Tice makes it a 4-0 start here for the Germans. Franz Wagner this time providing the assist. Now that's going to be big here because this German team, it feels like they've been running like a machine all throughout this tournament. And we're going to see whether or not they are going to continue their fine run of form. Looking at the lineup here for the French, interesting to see if Rudy Gobert will play at all. He did reveal that he had an injury right before their last game. He only played 5 minutes in that last game, I believe, against Canada. And they're going to hope that if they do miss him, he won't be missed too much. Talking about the French. But of course, things can go one way or the other. Things can go one way or the other, and we'll find out whether or not if Germany can really silence a crowd in France. And let us know what you guys think, where you're watching from. Again, obviously, the rules here is that the loser ends up settling for a bronze medal battle, while the winner will move on to the final to face off. A lot of people are assuming it might be Team USA again, and when they take on Serbia, they are heavy favorites into that one. But if there's a team that can upset them, would it be either of these two, Germany or France? Or maybe Serbia can do it and prevent them from making it to the finals at all. As it is a 6-0 start here for Germany, then a shooter gets 2 free throws to fall. Right now, no momentum here at all for the French. Let us know what you guys think. who needs to step up here for the French, because right now they are not getting any production in terms of the shots taken here. It has been Cordinier and Victor Wembanyama so far who have taken the opportunities here for the French. But still, Cordinier this time getting a shot blocked by Daniel Tice. And it has been one-way traffic here in favor of the Germans. As Dennis Schroeder, as I mentioned a while ago, got the 2 free throws to make it 6-0. Good start here, and it's been 2 minutes of basketball played, and the French still have yet to score. And early returns in the poll, we just posted it around 17 minutes ago, give or take, already 203 votes. And it's still split here. 51% of you say that it'll be the Germans who get it, and 49% feel that the French are going to get it. Do they have a point? Let us know what you guys think. And finally, a first basket made by Isaiah Cordinier, but then Dennis Schroeder drills a triple, makes it 9-2 in favor of the Germans. Dream start here for Germany. As Franz Wagner adds on back-to-back triples here for Germany. 10-point lead, 12-2. Cue the timeout here for Vincent Collet. And only one field goal so far here for the French. They haven't been going to the line, and Germany have been running them roughshod here. Well, so much for any hometown advantage, because the French probably crumbling under pressure at the moment. The Germans getting everything they want. Of course, if you're France, who needs to step up here? Let us know what you guys think. There is a distinct lack of, forcefulness here from the French. And it should be really interesting to see just how the French respond to this. Wherever you're watching around the world, let us know how you feel. You can chat by subscribing to this channel, the FIBA basketball channel. And of course, you can join now as well below. And we'll read out your names for everyone who joins. Of course, the latest person to join as a rookie is Claude Reichnen Boulanger. Thank you very much for joining us here and supporting this stream, supporting this website, supporting this YouTube page from FIBA, and hoping we can get more and more people in. Of course, you can also check the official website for live box scores, live stats, and player profiles as well. As we see a really good player. Not quite sure if he went back to the locker room, but then he was shown in the tunnel. Not quite sure if he was going in or returning to the floor. Try and see if I can get a listen in. Isaiah Courier, fresh off the timeout, gets a 2-pointer, makes it a 8-point game, 12-4. And Daniel Tice misses a lay-in. Still no Rudy Gobert. As Gershon Yabusele misses a 3, but offensive rebound here from Nick Batum. Much better effort here coming from the French. Nicolas Batum draws a foul. We'll go to line and shoot 2, courtesy of a Franz Wagner foul. Evan Fournier comes in here as well. That's a little development here coming for the French. Evan Fournier coming in at the moment for Isaiah Cordinier. Frankie Lakina also checks out. Misses the first of 2 free throws though. Down about France. But take a look at the last game here for the French. Take a look at the last game here for the French with Evan Fournier. He had 15 points in 24 minutes. Right now, Nicolas Batum splits his free throws. Missed shot for Dennis Schroeder on the other end. And Cordinier, good start here. Another lay-in for him. 12-7, good run after being down 12-2 just a while ago. So 5-0 sprint here for the French. Right after that timeout, after that dream start from the Germans. Of course, it will always be tough to keep them down. Taking a look at the game stats here so far. That's around 38% field goal shooting so far for France. That's how terrible they've been. 71% on the other hand for the Germans. And good reply here. Dennis Schroeder ends the run at 5. So 14-7 right now in favor of the Germans. And Victor Wembanyama with a turnover has yet to really impose himself in this game. Talking about Victor Wembanyama. Again, thank you very much for joining us here, wherever you're watching around the world. Around 264 of us right here with us. Now, if you're all interested in making this more of a party, make sure you go and you share this page. Let's have bigger conversation, as well as pounding that like button. There's a thumbs up button there right below. Make sure you join us and add on to that number. Really appreciate everyone joining us here today, having this on the side. So let's take a look at some of the box scores here so far. Isaiah Courigny with 6 points to lead the way here for France. And it's only Nicolas Batum who has another point here. Cursive has one free throw. 3 of 4 from the field, by the way, is Courigny. Victor Wembanyama, 0 of 2 from the field to start this one out. And a good stab there coming from Franz Wagner. Coming in, driving in for a lay-in. Got a great one here. Matthias Lasor getting the driving layup to go. 9-16 still to count, but the French getting a bit more efficiency in this game. Look at the lineup here for France. Victor Wembanyama not on the court at the moment. Lasor was the one who came in, and he was able to contribute immediately. A great steal here for Courigny, who has been the man on the mission here. Fournier misses the three-point jumper, though. Daniel Theis with defensive rebound there. We go the other way. The Germans getting one through Andy Obst. Good lay-in, 18-9, 9-point lead. Then a shooter with the assist. And there was that little run coming from the French in the middle of the first quarter. But then the Germans are back in this one. 9-point lead for Germany. Evan Fournier gets his first bucket to go. 2-pointer here. 11-18 still to count in favor of the Germans. The visitors here. And you gotta feel that every single thing that the French do, there's a bit of a cheer from the crowd. Trying to get everyone going. No assists here so far for the French. Take a look at some of the stats here. So France have a 0 assists. I'll make that 1. They finally got 1. So Evan Fournier had the first assist as Lasor is in for 2 to make it 18-13. 5-point game. So Drill Chill, you can find the real live stream of the game by checking out the video description below. We're going to have a link there so you can see where you can watch the game depending on your local video provider. Thank you very much for joining us here. This is just a second screen experience, which means that you have this on the side. You turn it on the side, and you're going to have this type of commentary accompanying you all throughout. And a bunch of substitutions here. Now the Colo comes in for Nicolas Batum, but then almost platoon swap here for the Germans. Mo Wagner, Nick Weiler-Babb, and Isaac Bonga coming in here for the Germans, coming in for Franz Wagner, Daniel Theis, and Andy Obst. And Courigny, what a start for him. 3-pointer here. And Ando De Colo with the assist. Cue the timeout for the Germans, and why not? The French have found the rhythm, and they're back in this for sure. Looking at the numbers, though, 17% from beyond the arc are the French, shooting 54% as a team from the field. And on the other end, 50% from beyond the arc are the Germans. Let's take a look at how those numbers actually look like. From beyond the arc, they're 1 of 6, talking about France. And the Germans, at the meantime, are 2 out of 4 from beyond the arc. Still really efficient going inside, though, in terms of the game stats. A few things different here The rebounding battle, slight edge here for the French, 5-4. But then the biggest difference so far has come. A while ago, we saw it in the assists. It was 4-0 assist-wise. But then all the buckets since I said that have been assisted here for France. So 3 assists at the moment. So this is a 1 assist advantage here for the Germans. And we're basically turning this into a nip and tuck affair. The battle has been fought in the paint, 10 points each in the paint for these two teams, but then the bench scoring working here for the French, 6 bench points here in this game so far. We'll find out if this timeout has worked. And again, we have a poll going on. 339 of you have voted. And still, majority of you feel that Germany will take this one, 54%, compared to the 46% that have voted the other way. You can catch all the action at the Paris Olympics on our official site. Get live results, schedules, expert analysis, game reports, and more. Follow olympics.basketball/men for all of that. Also, the FIBA Discord server is now live. Check it out and join the community. The link is in the chat. Johannes Thiemann comes in for Johannes Voigtman. Here for the Germans, that's a move that they've made. Let's see if they can keep that up. Or rather, if that's going to be enough to keep the French at bay, because they have been knocking on the door. Could almost steal the lead here. At this point, biggest lead of the Germans was at 10. You're worried if the Germans would run away with it, just blow them out in the first quarter. It could really turn things around. Now, wherever you're watching around the world, thank you very much for joining us here in the Philippines, where I am from. It's 11:46 in the evening. Let us know where you guys are watching from as well. Again, thank you so much for electing to keep this on beside you guys. Hassan De Colo fouls Johannes Thiemann. Off the offensive rebound, Mo Wagner misses a fadeaway. Two minutes 20 left here in the first quarter. That's the French looking to keep. Well, the French are looking for a good defensive possession up next to try and keep the Germans within 2. And then a shooter draws a foul from Cournier. Jimboy Kalenia says he's watching from Pasig, that's in the Philippines, rooting for Wemby and France. Wembanyama in this game has yet to really make a difference. But Johannes Thiemann has. He's got a 2 to make it a 4-point lead here for the Germans. We'll talk about Wembanyama. Of course, a lot of people are curious to see what he can do. So far in this game, has yet to really contribute. Really was shut down in the beginning of this one. 0 of 2 from the field. And so far, -9 on the raw box score, raw plus minus. But then the French have had a poor first quarter to start things out. But Gershon Yabusele makes it a 2-point game again. 20-18, still in favor of Germany. France not going away here, guys. So, but after the way that they played against Canada, there's going to be a lot of expectations level on this French team. As Isaac Bonga will go to shoot a couple. Evan Fournier gets 2 free throws. Josh NBA and Movie says the German keeps getting these fouls. He believes that the ref survives with Germany. I'm not quite sure if that's the case. They are surrounded by a lot of potentially angry French people in Paris. The crowd will get on their backs if they feel that things are not really working out. But Isaac Bonga splits his free throws. Just a 3-point game here so far, 21-18 in favor of the Germans, as Franz Wagner gives Dennis Schroeder a bit of a rest going into the second quarter. Minute 25 left here in the first. Let's see how the French reply. Trying to get another stop here because there was an offensive rebound after that. And the answer with Mo Wagner getting an alley-oop. 23-18. BTS Army 07 says, good Thursday morning, everyone, watching from Las Vegas, Nevada. Isama Patrick says, Germany gonna win 100% sure. Well, the French would say something about that. Let's see. And Johannes Tielemans gets a defensive rebound off the miss for Codinier. Minute 3 left here. And also draws a foul here. Now Nicola with another foul. So Germany, all right, getting into the line. Curious to see if it's going to be habitual here for the French. Maybe they're defending too aggressively, which could be a factor. I have to look at some of the other fouls that they've had. I'm going to check it out again. 54 seconds left in this one, and Victor Wembanyama comes back in for the French. Taking a look at that foul there, and yeah, they are reaching. Talking about the French here, having a hard time staying in front of their defenders here. They got to defend with their feet. As Weiler Bob gets both free throws to go, up in the lead here of Germany to 25-18. Greg Popovich in the venue enjoying this one. France and Germany. Jazz Johnson is looking for a Germany versus Serbia FIBA rematch. That is possible, but then it's either both teams lose in the semis or both teams win. Which one do you have? Onji Argos says France needs to pull another Japan move to move on to the finals. So that means force a turnover, force an overtime period rather, and extend this one as Water Bob makes it 25-18 after the 2 free throws. Offensive rebound coming from France as Matis Asort draws a foul. Well, eventually, as he played on, Victor Wembanyama missed a jumper again. And we're going back and forth here. Quick 3 here comes from Franz Wagner off the mark. Tiemann with an offensive rebound. And Lesort finally ends the possession. We go the other way. Probably the last offensive possession in this quarter. It's a good start here for Germany so far. BTS Army says he picks Germany. Both are good. May the best team win. Very diplomatic. BTS Army 07. I'm sure is a fan of South Korean culture based on the username. A couple substitutions here. Matthew Strassel and Niels Giffey comes in for Germany, or rather France and Germany respectively. And Raponia draws a foul with 4 seconds left in the first quarter. Now, you have to say, though, for France, they were down by 10 early. So this is actually a good way to bounce back from that really poor start. Germany, of course, doing their best and doing whatever they needed to push the French back just a bit. 4 seconds left. Let's see what the French do. And unable to do much, as that'll be the end of the first quarter. 25-18. How are you guys feeling here with regards to what we're seeing to these two teams? Let us know on the chat. What are you seeing? What are you feeling here for these two? 10-point lead was the biggest lead here for Germany, but then France went on a 7-0 run by themselves to keep them in this ball game. 25-18 at the end of the first quarter. 14% from beyond the arc is Team France. That has to improve to the average they're going to be hoping. While Germany shooting at 33%. Near their average, could shoot better though. In terms of rebounding, two rebound advantage here for Germany with 9-7. And in terms of the assist count, +2 here in favor of Germany at 6-4. We talked about the bench scoring a while ago. France were doing a better job on the bench, but then all of a sudden Germany, their bench mob has started scoring 7-6 in favor of the Germans. Points in the paint. Very big factor here, 14-12 in favor of Germany at the moment. Second chance points, 4-3 in favor of Germany. And still a long way to go with this one. Box scores here, to another look at that. Problem here for Team France, Victor Wembanyama in 5 minutes, 44 seconds has yet to score, has had 3 attempts. and they need them to get going if they want to upset the Germans here. Germany, despite playing on away ground, a bit difficult uh, for them here on paper because Germany have been so good as a national team. We've seen the FIBA Basketball World Cup. We've seen that in the European Cup, the European tournaments as well. So Germany just playing out of their minds as of late, and France, they have great names there that could cause an upset or two. Saika Mahato is asking, where is Gobert? Well, Gobert is suited up, but then we are not sure if he can play. You remember he was injured in that game against Canada. Around 5 minutes play, give or take, against Canada. Talking about Rudy Gobert, just checking that to be sure. 3 minutes and 41 seconds to be exact. He only had one rebound, and he explained after the game that he actually had a finger injury. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was to see limited action here. And right now, you gotta wonder just what makes the difference in quarter number two. Nanu De Colo comes up with a steal of Nick Weiler-Bob. Great start here for the French, coming up with a turnover. 10 seconds into this quarter. You just kind of feel for the French just a bit more efficiency because another turnover here. They had a turnover, another turnover. For those wondering, Rudy Gobert just checked in. Matthias Lesort checks out in favor of the Stifle Tower, as he was so fondly called in Minnesota and Utah. Sam DiColo fouled Isaac Bonga in the process there, by the way. Christian Jude Amado says France needs Yabusele and Lesort over Gobert and Wembanyama. Gobert and Wembanyama, no post-up games. Well, that depends. You want to play on the post? Nick Weiler-Bob comes in with a three-pointer. Straight away, great shot. That makes it a 10-point lead once again, matching their biggest lead for Germany. Franz Wagner with the assist. Eight players have scored so far for the Germans. Interesting to see here because for this French team, Rudy Gobert actually defends in the perimeter. That basket by Weiler-Bob from that assist from Franz Wagner came off dribble drive, really. Coming in, driving in, and then kicking it out. Nicolas Batum misses a three-pointer. And a turnover here for the French. A little air ball there, so Nick Batum unable to hit rim. As I say, Cordinier comes back in. Cordinier has had a good first quarter, probably the biggest plus factor here for the French. 9 points, 4 of 6 from the field. Of course, just go back to the point of Christian Jude Amado a while ago. Gobert and Wemby, no post-up games, but then, you have the both of them together. You have the most imposing interior defense that you could possibly have. And that might be important here today, considering that points in the paint have been such a big factor. 14-12 in favor of the Germans. You limit that. And for I'm not sure how to pronounce that last part of your username, asking me who am I going for. I'm going for all of you. That we have a great experience watching this one. I have no allegiances here whatsoever. My team didn't even make the Olympics. Philippines didn't even make the Olympics. We lost to Brazil in the Olympic qualifying tournament, unfortunately. So right now, 10-point lead here. Victor Wembanyama gets a foul from Mo Wagner. Not allowing them to run. And yeah, so right now, I just took a look at that last possession when Victor Wembanyama got that defensive rebound. This is what I'm saying. Because of the fact that you have Rudy Gobert and Victor Wembanyama on the floor, it was so difficult to score at the rim. They tried attacking the rim with both Rudy Gobert and Wembanyama in. Trying to get Rudy Gobert defending the perimeter, but then he's actually a decent one-on-one defender because of his length and the fact that he's an athletic big. Well, athletic in the sense that he actually can move. Sorry, Cordinier makes it an 8-point game after the lay-in. Good feed there from Gobert. Weiler Bob, but a turnover. Bad pass from him. 8:15 left here in quarter number 2. And Victor Wembanyama misses a pull-up, but then finally gets his first basket of the game, 28-22. Now, here's what the French are going to be hoping. Now, Victor Wembanyama just had a slow start and will eventually get going. We'll see. Because that is going to be huge here for France if they get more production coming from Victor Wembanyama. Scoring getting a bit quicker here. And Johannes Thiemann, by the way, after Victor Wembanyama scored, hit the deck holding on to his face. Not quite sure what happened there. But hopefully he is okay. You know, we want everyone to be able to come in and really contribute here as the Germans are having conversations with some of the referees here saying that something happened. Oh, so there it was. I just saw the replay. Nicolas Batum with a swipe on the face of Johannes Thiemann. Cher Xiang says the Germans have not been standing up. Germany flopping, according to Cher, Shang, yeah. Xiang. And Gita Bangwani has a question. A question mark. No real question. What do you have in mind, Gita? Let us know. Curtis Zier says France will lose because Wembanyama insists on playing like a guard, shooting three-pointers instead of going down in the block and dominating the smaller defenders. Well, we'll find out if that's going to be the case because, let's be fair, Victor Wembanyama does have a shooting touch, a very good shooting touch. And we'll see if there's going to be an adjustment as well if they'll play closer to the rim, talking about the French, considering they have both Rudy Gobert and Victor Wembanyama. Just their sheer size might be able to dominate. By the way, the reason why we haven't moved on from the Victor Wembanyama shot is because they are reviewing that last play. So they're looking at that last play that Nicolas Batum hit the face of Johannes Thiemann. And based on the conversations with the referee, just looking at the motion of the swing from Nicolas Batum, he hit the ball first and there was incidental contact on the face of Johannes Thiemann. So nothing to be added there. Daniel Tice comes in for Nick Weiler-Bob as we get going again. Vote for your Paris 2024 MVP. There's a link on the chat. Go and vote, and let's see who you guys have. Let us know what you think. Everyone in the chat, who's been your MVP this Olympics tournament so far? A lot of people, I'm sure, will consider Team USA. Olua Jabber is saying that the Serbians will get it against USA. We'll find out. It'll be difficult. By the way, if you have the stream on right now of the game, the stadium is rocking. The French are feeling good. And Daniel Tice misses a dunk because it's a block for Victor Wembanyama. If you talk about rim protection, there it is. Just watching it again. My stream's a bit delayed, so I'll be following this. So that block, by the way, of Victor Wembanyama, that is just pure timing. A lot of people talk about what he could do in terms of the offensive, on the offensive end, but then defensively, he's just been elite. You have two guys who basically were 1-2 in the Defensive Player of the Year race in the NBA, Rudy Gobert and in Victor Wembanyama. And of course, you're gonna defend the paint the way you do. Hector Haddock felt that this was the game. Well, we're talking about the game. You can go and check the link below to see where you can catch the game depending on your local provider, wherever you are around the world. Rudy Gobert with a defensive rebound off the miss from Mo Wagner. Got the ball from Franz Wagner, his brother. And a turnover here for Victor Wembanyama, though. 337 if you joining us right now. Thank you very much here for joining us here on the stream. Finally, go and spread the word. We're having a nice little chat party here, just for something a bit different. Mo Wagner checks out, as well as Franz Wagner. Johannes Voigtman comes back in, as well as Nick Weiler-Bob. Scoring has slowed down in this one. 4-3, nearing the halfway point of quarter number 2. 4-3 in favor of the French. So the game stats here, shooting numbers are starting to dip here. 13% still from beyond the arc are the French. Need to improve on that fastly. 38% for beyond the arc for the Germans. And shooting around 58% here from 50% from the field as a whole. Talking about Team Germany, while the French are shooting 45%. So the numbers could be a lot better. They could be a lot better in terms of their shooting. As I say that, of course, we got Victor Wembanyama driving in for the lay-in. 4-point lead only. And Victor Wembanyama will shoot a bonus as well. Well, someone did mention a while ago Victor Wembanyama should operate more in the paint. And there you have it. So Victor Wembanyama, he got that after playing a nice little pick and roll with Nick Batum. Such a mobile big. That's the thing with the French. Both their bigs, Rudy Gobert and Victor Wembanyama, are really mobile for their size. As Wembanyama gets the bonus, 28-25. Take a look at the stats here for Victor Wembanyama. Wemby, 5 points in this game so far to go with 2 rebounds. We know he can do a lot more. Plus minus here so far is a -7. Starting to improve in this game, though. Very lackluster in quarter number 1, talking about Wemby. Defensive rebound here coming from Wemby as Weiler-Bob misses a 3-pointer. It is rocking, by the way. It is rocking in France. You can't ever discount the home court advantage coming from France. They're the only team who have it. The only team with the crowd as raucous as it could be. As Cordinier misses a step back 2. Daniel Theis with the rebound. Vega says that the officiating here is good. Likes the officiating in this game as Daniel Theis gets a floater to go. 30-25. In favor still the Germans. Morgetta asking, how can Germany contain Gobert and Wemby at the same time? Well, one, you got to pack the paint because right now Gobert and Wemby are giving picks away from the basketball, screening away from the rim, very far from the rim. So they actually have to dive into the paint. So if you can just find a way to slow down their dives, so it's going to be a bit difficult. Like a while ago, Victor Wembanyama scored off a high pick and roll and was fed by Nick Batum. Of course, Gobert could do that as well. He just sets a really high pick and roll and he crashes the rim. And Daniel Theis here fouls Victor Wembanyama again after the Isaiah Cordinier steal. Korsham Yabusele comes in for Rudy Gobert. Andy Obbs comes in for Isaac Bonga. As the lineup gets a bit smaller here for France without Rudy Gobert on the floor. Yabusele, though, has a bit of size. And the Obst, see if he could add some shooting here for the Germans. So far in the quarter, +2 advantage in terms of quarter scoring here for France, 7-5. But the scoring has been too slow, almost at snail's pace here. 4:36 left here in quarter number 2. Means we played just a little over 5 minutes here in the first half, before the first half ends, rather. And Strassel with a bad pass, turnover there. Germany with a chance to extend their lead here. 30-25, the Germans still in control. Yabusele with the foul of Dennis Schroeder. Yeah, it feels like we haven't mentioned Dennis Schroeder enough here in quarter number 2. Only point here so far for the Germans. Nicola Weiler-Babb with a 3-pointer in quarter number 2 to start things off. And then Daniel Theis had a floater as well. So Dennis Schroeder a bit anonymous here in quarter number 2. 425 of you joining us here on the chat so far. Thank you very much for joining us. Make sure you subscribe so you can chat with us here. And of course, you can join as well. Give us a bit of a boost here as you help us grow the channel. Don't forget to like the thumbs up button underneath to get the numbers going here. Johannes Voigtman with a turnover for the Germans as we go the other way. Can France find something? Porsche says it's not the 90s anymore. 3-point shots. Can France cannot win without Wemby shooting? I think that's in reply to the person who said a while ago that they feel that Wembanyama does not operate in the post enough. So Wembanyama misses a 3-pointer. Courtinier with an offensive rebound. Miss from Yabusele, but then he gets his own miss and makes it a 3-point game. 30-27. I think, people are saying that, oh, you should just focus on a 3-point shot. I think you just have to be adaptable. If your shot is falling, then good. If it's not falling, adapt. You have to be able to operate inside as well. And the Obs, I mentioned that the Germans needed a bit of a shooting. They got it here. 3-point basket come from Obs to make it a 33-27 game. Interesting here with Obst finding his range. They come within 1 in terms of quarter scoring, 9-8 in favor of France. But then here's 33-27 in favor of Germany in terms of total score here so far. Nick Batum misses from beyond the arc. 3-point shooting, not the friend here of the French so far, shooting at 9%. They're shooting at 9% from beyond the arc. Now this is going to be the moment where if you're not shooting well from beyond the arc, you gotta find a way to pound the basket inside or at least get the points going from inside. As I say that though, Yabusele misses a lay-in. 2:07 left here in the first half. Want to watch thousands of live basketball games for free? Subscribe to our channel now. We have the link underneath. Nicholas Batum gets a dunk, makes it a 4-point game, 33-29. As Courtinier comes in with the assist. Cue the timeout for the Germans. What do you guys think so far? What do you feel between these two? Because France have been knocking on the door, coming closer and closer, but Germans have just been doing enough. Just enough to pull out of danger each and every time. Curtis Zier is just not happy with Wembanyama shooting a 3-pointer. But, it's easier said than done. He can do both. Wembanyama can do both, in my opinion. Just taking a look at Victor Wembanyama's stats here in general. For the Spurs last season, he shot at a 32.5% clip. That's not so bad, to be honest. 32.5%, shooting 46.5% from the field. And he's also around an 80% free throw shooter. Talking about Victor Wembanyama, so he's an okay threat from beyond the arc. Sheila Baron giving her advice of where to catch the live stream of the game. Now the thing is that it'll differ depending on where you're watching around the world. So make sure you check on the video description here that we posted just to figure out where you can watch it based on your local provider. But thank you very much for trying to direct people to the right place. But for many of you watching, this is the right place. Go enjoy this game. Germany, of course, trying to stop a bit of momentum here for the French after Nick Batum got a dunk just a while ago. Send us into this timeout. Fortune Yabusele with a steal from Andy Obst and gets a lay-in. Victor Wembanyama credited with that assist. A 2-point game here. The French could actually take the lead going into the halftime break. I'd take a look at how that steal happened here. Stream's a bit delayed, but then it means I could try and break down certain plays here for you. So yeah, there was a steal off the drive of Germany, and Victor Wembanyama, just a nice touch pass inside to Yabusele. The shooter misses some step back J from beyond the arc. 57 seconds left here in the quarter. Trying to see exactly what happened there with that miss, because the live stats haven't updated yet since that shot. One ended up with a rebound here for Yabusele. There we go the other way, and Victor Wembanyama ends up with a dunk. Andrew Albisi gets the assist there. Easy 2 for Victor Wembanyama. That time, Wembanyama just out-muscling Daniel Theis. Vega very impressed with Yabusele. Series of substitutions here. Mo Wagner, Franz Wagner come in alongside Johannes Voigtman. Daniel Theis comes out, as well as Nico Weiler-Bob. Porsche says, needs to put on more weight to bang down low. I get nervous seeing him there at his current weight. Thing is, you gotta wonder, as we take a look at the last dunk from Wembanyama, he just stuffed Daniel Theis with that one, just using his length. You know, I actually don't think Victor Wembanyama could put on a lot of weight, given his body type. I think you have to take a look at the body of a Rudy Gobert. I think they're very similar in terms of body structure and composition. So he'll probably get as big as a Rudy Gobert. Obviously, that's a lot more weight. But I don't know if he can be able to get heavier, a lot heavier. That's another turnover here for Johannes Voigtman. Offensive foul. Andrew Albisi drawing that foul. 33 all. So we're tied up here. And I think Vega just watched the dunk from Wembanyama on the stream because he had that shocked face going. Yeah, I made the same face, or I felt the same way once I saw it on the replay. Again, I am seeing the live stats before I'm actually seeing the game because I'm also on the stream. I'm gonna give you the updates on the live stats and try to give you a bit of analysis through the stream. That's how I'm doing it here. Timeout called by the French with 11 seconds left, trying to take the lead here going into the first half. And what a way to bounce back from being down by 10 in quarter number 1. There were 2-12, I believe, before the first timeout here for France. It was looking worrying. Things have changed, though, as the French are coming back in it. Take a look at that poster coming from Victor Wembanyama on Daniel Theis yet again. Woo-wee! And we're back in action. 11 seconds left here for the French to do something. And Isaiah Courtinier misses a 3-point step back J. And we are going into quarter number 3 to all knot it up at 33-33. France doing a good job coming back into this one, outscoring Germany 15-8 in quarter number 2. But you also have to feel that the French have done their job defensively here in the second quarter. You know, there was a time wherein they played a big stretch with Victor Wembanyama and Rudy Gobert in the middle. It was going to be really difficult for Germany to get points inside. We talked about it a while ago, how the points in the paint were actually a big factor here. You put Victor Wembanyama and Rudy Gobert on the floor for France. That's an automatic deterrent just by them being there in terms of attacking the rim. Bit of a struggle there. They put in a guy like Andy Obst to stretch the floor. He hit a 3 a while ago. And the Germans here haven't conceded a lead to France yet, but they did lose a big lead, 33-33, at the end of the first half. Let's take a look at some of the numbers. This is how bad the French are shooting from beyond the arc. 8% from beyond the arc, just not good enough at all. They're going to be hoping that this rises to the average that they normally have, because right now they're shooting 1 of 12 from beyond the arc. You ask them what they did in that game against Canada, they shot 32%, 9 of 28. And they had a lot of guys contributing there. Isaiah Cordigné had 4 of 5 from beyond the arc, and Evan Fournier had 3 of 6. Bertrand Yabusele had 2 and 4 as well. Buahaha Unique says, bro, 15 to 8 in the quarter. Yes, sir. That was what you call a defensive masterpiece. They're going to tell you that was great defense. That was on display instead of poor offense. We're going to go with that. And of course, why not? Again, the French in particular have Wembanyama and Rudy Gobert on the floor at the same time. Again, the points in the paint were actually how Germany got off to a big lead in quarter number 1. Once they shut that down with both Gobert and Wemby on the floor, there was a stretch there where the Germans could not do anything offensively. Points in the paint numbers have now increased for France, 26 to 16 now in favor of the French. Doms agreed with me. If Wemby has a body structure of Gobert, he is unstoppable in the paint. Yeah, he has to grow into that. He has to grow into that body. But of course, you have to take a look at how Rudy Gobert looked like when he entered the league. He's a lesser Wembanyama in terms of his physique at the very least. I think Wembanyama could, but then Gobert had to really work on it throughout the years. We saw his growth in Utah before he ended up in Minnesota, that his body just grew. Morgetta says it seems Germany can play in the inside. Well, they were actually in quarter number 1 doing very well. And then all of a sudden, you got the 2 Defensive Player of the Year candidates come in at the same time. And no surprise, they just had a hard time attacking the paint. Curtis here is saying that he really doesn't have to shoot outside. Kareem wasn't super bulky, just utilizes his height in the post, all when he needs to moves in the paint. And just get the sky hook to go. Yeah, if it were so easy to do the sky hook all the time, everyone would be doing it. But then it's a difficult art. I'm not surprised that we don't see that as often as we used to when Kareem was playing. But I digress. Curtis here has a point. What do you guys think? Curtis here has a point that he believes that Wembanyama should play less in the perimeter and operate more in the interior. Will that be beneficial for his game in the long term, especially? Well, let us know what you guys think. If that is the way to get the most out of Wembanyama, or if his unicorn-like style of basketball, which is a big who can space the floor with the perimeter shooting, the way to go in his career. What do you guys think? NFL OG .28 says Wemby good. And yes, Greg Popovich is there on the floor. Josh NBA and Movie says a 7-4 player using skyhooks would be unstoppable, but executing the skyhooks are difficult. Just a reminder of that. Really love the stuff here. He agrees, by the way, Josh NBA and Movies agrees with Curtis here, saying that when he's in the paint, you can't really stop him. Keep shooting threes and missing. Not a fan of his perimeter game as well. Again, for his first year with the Spurs, shot at 32.5%. Not a bad number. Especially for a stretch big. Of course, still, no matter how you want him to play, I think it's safe to say that he is a generational talent. But of course, we're talking a lot about France, but let's talk about a bit about Germany here, because the Germans have been playing really well to start out, and all of a sudden tapered out. Take a look at the scorers here for Germany. Franz Wagner and Dennis Schroeder lead the way with 7 points apiece, and Nick Waller-Babb has 5. So they're getting a lot of production here. Andy Alps also has 5 points. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different scorers in this game so far. This is the whole strength in numbers thing. Talking about the Germans coming up big, having everyone contribute. Very important here for the Germans if they want to make it even further in this competition. But they just had such a difficult time in the second quarter, especially attacking the paint. Interesting to see how they adjust offensively there. If they will perhaps try and speed up the game, get more perimeter shots to go, and just have just like one possession, don't really crash the boards, try and make it a running game. Maybe they can outrun the French. We'll see. But right now, thank you very much for joining us. You're still watching the Men's Olympic Basketball Tournament in Paris 2024. This is a watch-along, so make sure that you have the game happening on the screen beside you, and we should have a lot of fun here. Chatting with Chad, I was like, that second quarter wasn't that great. It was great defense, Chad. It was great defense. They're all going to say that it was great defense because no one could score. Especially the Germans. Could you imagine? Germany couldn't even get to 10 points in quarter number 2. The French scored 18 in the first quarter and only 15 in the second, but then that drop-off wasn't as big as the Germans, who scored 25 in the first quarter and only dropped 8 in the second. My goodness. Raymond Bermea, I hope I say your name right, says it's been a dogfight so far between France and Germany, all knotted up at 33 at the half. Absolutely right. A bit scrappy here, maybe a bit tentative. The defense definitely a factor here. Turnovers both ways. Actually, I want to take a look at those numbers here. 9 turnovers so far from Germany, 6 so far from France. Yeah, I felt like it was going to be around that. But here's what's important here for the Germans to consider, because Germany have 9 turnovers and France have now scored 12 points of those turnovers. The French have 7 turnovers. Germany have scored 7 out of that. So taking care of the ball is going to be a big factor here in this one. If you're Germany, you have to make sure that this doesn't turn into a running game, courtesy of their turnovers. If it does, oof, who knows what will happen. Points from the bench, 10-6 in favor of the Germans. Points in the paint, again, plus 10 advantage here for France, 26-16. And they trade by as much as 10 and came back strong. Who needs to step up here? Reverse Flash does not believe in Wembanyama, says he is not as good as people are hyping him up to be. To be fair, I believe that the exciting thing about Wembanyama is more about the potential rather than what he is currently. I think that that's fine to be excited about. And of course, I'm taking a look at the numbers here of this German team. Dennis Schroeder has 7 points in this game, but then he averages around 18 points per game. That's good for 10th in the whole tournament. He's a number 1 assist man in this tournament. But so far, Dennis Schroeder only with 3. See if he would go. Josh NBA and Movie says doesn't agree with Reverse Flash, saying that remember it's only the second season in the NBA. Next season, Chad Chad says he is not as what he thought he was at. This is FIBA, not what he believes is the soft NBA. Well, I think that the key differences in the way FIBA and NBA play has to do a lot with the defensive rules in both the competitions, because again, the defensive 3 seconds rule is a huge factor of why Wembanyama and Rudy Gobert, in particular those two who are excellent rim protectors in the NBA, should find it a bit easier in FIBA competition. Should. Reverse Flash saying that you guys are comparing him to Shaq. I don't think anyone on this chat at least compared him to Shaq. And I don't think people understand how dominant Shaq was. I don't think anyone has dominated like Shaq ever. Since Shaq, I don't think there was an big man as dominant as him. I think closest might have been Dwight Howard. Prime Dwight Howard. Prime Dwight Howard was a beast. But since then, that's a different ball game. And Dom saying it'll be Lob City for next season for the Spurs. That's true. I think there's a potential for that. But I also want to remind people that Lob City never won anything in the NBA too. So we'll see if that changes. Gens 2014 saying Germany's going to get it. And we're tied up at the half. Based on what you saw in the first half, who wins this one? We put the poll up here in the basketball channel. Let us know what you guys think. Votes are on. And we will get to that later on. And we are getting ready to start out quarter number 3 in this semifinal between France and Germany. Of course, waiting on the other side is USA and Serbia. USA going into that one as big favorites simply because of their roster. That's an interesting question, because a lot of people were saying that the USA have a talented roster, but then they didn't think that they could play well together. What do you guys think of how Team USA has played this particular Olympic Games? Rubius Hagrid is taking time from being a gameskeeper in Hogwarts to enjoying this game here in the Paris Olympics. According to him, wants Germany to get it. Wemby's going to cause a lot of debate, and we're having that in the chat right now. Yeah, 33 all. If you just joined us, thank you very much. This is the FIBA chat party for the Paris Olympic Games. Curtis Zier saying that he feels that people are saying that Wemby could end up shooting like Kevin Durant. Probably will never shoot that good. Needs to utilize his height, get closer as possible. So I would argue that Kevin Durant, especially when he started out in Seattle, his shot wasn't really there yet. Maybe Wemby can get there. Maybe. It's a big maybe. Actually, I think people should probably compare him more to a Kevin Durant than a Shaq, for those wondering, because we all know Kevin Durant in his his size, his length, maybe sort of similar body type. But yeah, we'll see. Alright, third quarter ongoing here is Victor Wembanyama. Your favorite topic today, misses a fadeaway jumper. And Daniel Theis comes away with a defensive rebound. And Franz Wagner misses a 3 on the other end. Offensive rebound though coming from Theis. Great rebounding coming from Theis early on as Germany continue to hold on to this possession. And Andy Obbs missed a 3-pointer. Another opportunity here for Germany, but Voigtman misses the 3. Yabusele with the defensive rebound to finally end that possession. We go the other way, and Nicolas Batum gets the big 3 to give the lead to France. Their first taste of the lead here today. That is important. That is an important basket there for France because they were shooting so poorly from beyond the arc. Now of 2 of 13 from beyond the arc, they are now at 15%. Gershon Yabusele with the assist there. And Johannes Voigtman gets the jumper to go. Gets the hook, rather. And it will be a bonus free throw here for Voigtman. Draws a foul from Andrew Albisi. Currents here say Durant has Durant attributes, but it's too big to be doing that. To be fair, Durant is too big to be doing what he does anyway. Zach Edey will be the next shot, according to Doms. I don't know about that. Defensive rebound here comes from Wembanyama after the missed free throw from Voigtman. And Gershon Yabusele gets the jam to go. Nicolas Batum with the assist. 38-35 in favor of the French. Oh, but Voigtman makes up for his previous miss. Gets a 2 to go. Just a 1-point game. This is a good one, guys. Everyone was complaining that the defense was too good, sort of, in that second quarter. Things have definitely changed here. And some people are wondering about... Some people are wondering about the officiating here today. So far, I think, not so bad. Not bad at all. As Gershon Yabusele gets a 2, but then Dennis Schroeder, he was quiet all second quarter long, reintroduces himself in this game, gets a 3-pointer, makes it 40 all. That is big. We haven't been talking enough about Dennis Schroeder because he has been a bit quiet. 3 of 6 from the field though at 10 points, the first player in double digits for the Germans. Gershon Yabusele, Isaiah Coligny are all at double digits already for the French. Ooh, but what a reply here for Yabusele again. Very important. Come on, Gershon Yabusele. Someone mentioned a while ago that Yabusele is the most important player for this French team, this Olympics, and he's always making a case for it. And Johannes Voigtman gets a 2 to go, courtesy of the alley-oop come from Daniel Theis. Let's take a look at that finish again. .42 all here, 6:35 left in the third. Victor Wembanyama comes away with a defensive rebound after Daniel Theis misses a floater. It's going the other way, all knotted up again. So it's just at 42 all. We have a great game here, folks. I have no idea who's going to get this one. Great start from Germany in quarter number 1. Quarter number 2, we saw France have a defensive masterclass as Yabusele gets another 2-pointer and an end one opportunity as Daniel Theis fouls him. What happened there is that he got the offensive rebound and just went to work on Theis. A little dream shake and a little hook. He loved that feeling. Yabusele, 14 points to lead the way here for France. 7 of 10 from the field. He's feeling it, guys. He's feeling it. 5 rebounds as well, 2 of them offensive, doing all the work.
I know you're unstoppable. I know you woke up feeling nothing is impossible. You got the key, I know you
Nicholas Batum blocks a shot here from Dennis Schroeder.
in your way, there ain't
He
no
thought that he had the lay-in. Defensive rebound comes from France.
chosen one. Numbers don't matter when you know that you're the only one. Time
Right, that was a chase down if I ever did see one, by the way, that Nicholas Batum.
about to show the world is where you coming.
And he also runs into a photographer in the process. Courtney misses a three, then Shooter comes away with defensive rebound, and Yabusele fouls Andy Obst. Side out there. Yeah, but Nick Batum, how old is that guy? Coming in and just swatting that away? "35 years young." How about Nick Batum? Wow. A great game we have here so far. 6:01 left here in the third quarter. Andy Obst threw that foul. And Dennis Schroeder gets a three to tie it all up again. 45 all. Yeah, they're just replaying the Nick Batum block. That was a great chase down. Great highlights for the French team here in this game. But then, never count out the Germans. Oh, but Nick Batum, he's coming alive here as well. Victor Wembanyama with the assist. And it's an N1 opportunity here. And the Obst gets that to go. Nick Batum with a bonus gets it to go. 48-45. 3-point lead here for the French. Well, all of a sudden, we have now seen the game tied 4 times here. 3 of them in this quarter. 15-12. We haven't even reached the halfway point of this quarter. And both teams have already outscored their entire second quarter production. That's how great defensively both teams were in quarter number 2. Quarter number 3, though, different story. 48-45, still count. Oh yeah, our admin has a great point here. Remember Nicholas Batum getting that block in Slovenia in Tokyo that led them to the final. That was a big play there. And that could be the case here too, you never know. Isaac Bonga comes back in, this time for Andy Obst. After Mo Wagner fouls Isaiah Cordonier. Victor Wembanyama, by the way, had a big block on Dennis Schroeder. It was a huge block because Schroeder had nowhere to go. Zero airspace. Wembanyama misses a 3. Boyman comes away with a defensive rebound. And Mateus Lasort comes in for Victor Wembanyama in the meantime. So right now, the French team playing, I guess, their small man lineup. But even if it's a small man lineup, Lasort comes away with a block on Mo Wagner. Yeah, it's a small lineup for the French. But that's only because Gobert and Wembanyama are not on the floor. Their size is still pretty good. Offensive rebound, though, despite the block here for the Germans. I'm checking out how this all happened there. Lasort just waited, by the way. They waited for that block as Albasi fouls and a shooter. 756 of you joining us here on the FIBA chat stream. Thank you very much for joining us in this chat party. Once again, if you want to see the game live, make sure you check the video description below to see where you can watch the games, depending on where you are around the world. There are the local providers that sit out there. Dom's that's asking why Wemby keeps shooting threes if he can easily get an N1 in the paint. Oh, has to get in the paint first. As Mo Wagner gets a dunk. That's a big one there from Mo. Right now, by the way, Wembanyama is not having a great shooting day from beyond the arc. 0 of 5 from beyond the arc, which is definitely not how he's been shooting this entire tournament. He's shooting actually at 32%. Actually, the entire French team is shooting poorly from beyond the arc. They're shooting 13% in this game. Ooh, that's terrible. That dunk, by the way, from Mo Wagner pulls us within 1. Germany trailing 48-47. Evan Fournier comes back in here for Nick Batum. .353 left here. This is a quicker quarter than we saw in quarter number 2. Right now, though, France have been stuck at 15 points scored here in quarter number 3, matching their point total in quarter number 2. This has been a grinded out game, folks. So a bit of a rock fight here. And Fournier with the defensive rebound off the miss from Dennis Schroeder. Let's take a look at that. Again, coming from Schroeder. Isaiah Cordinier, a turnover or a bad pass. Mo Wagner comes away with a steal. We go the other way. Can the Germans regain the lead here with the basket? Nearing the end of this third quarter, and yes, they do. Dennis Schroeder with the floater. Averages 18 points per game, talking about the German talisman. And he has at 15 at the moment, shooting 5 of 11 from the field, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. Dennis Schroeder transforms into this big star every time he puts on a German uniform. But Isaiah Cordinier gets a pull-up 3 to fall, 51-49, giving the lead back to the French. Well, Wagner can't answer back with 3 of his own. 2:38 left here. Offensive rebound. Then Schroeder misses a 3. So the 3 ball not falling again, but another opportunity here for the Germans. And finally, they get a foul. Johannes Thiemann, fouled by Frank Ntilikina. 2 free throws awarded. This has not been a great shooting day for the French in particular, but then I don't think the Germans would like how they're shooting as well. They're 29% for them from beyond the arc. Victor Wembanyama comes back in for Gershon Yabusele. And Thiemann misses the first 2 free throws. Even that's a bit weird for me. Germans are pretty okay with the on the free throw line. Again, everything to play for here. Win here, you take 1 step higher on the podium. Lose here, you possibly could miss out on the podium altogether. There's a 1-point lead here after Thiemann splits the free throws, 51-50. Look at the rebounding numbers here. 7 rebounds so far for Wembanyama, 5 for Yabusele, Cordinier with 4 as well. And Matthew Strassel comes back on as Matthias Lesort is fouled by Mo Wagner. Well, this could be a really tight one, folks. I mean, like, we've seen a lot of great games here in the men's Olympic tournament. Who has been your favorite game so far? Let us know. As Matthias Lesort gets a basket to go, making a 3-point lead. Wembanyama with another assist. Victor Wembanyama has 3 assists in this game as well to go with 7 rebounds and 7 points. It's a poor shooting day for Wembanyama by his standards. 23% from the field. That is up close or far away. He's 0 of 5 from beyond the arc. Again, he's a 32% three-point shooter. And Evan Fournier gets a 3 to make it a 6-point lead. Cue the timeout here for the Germans. 56-50. 1:41 left here in quarter number 3. Wow, this is a great one here so far. The French have bucked an incredibly slow start. They trailed by as much as 10 in the first 5 minutes of the game. And all of a sudden, big difference. Big difference we're seeing here. So what changed here between these two? Especially after quarter number 1. Well, the shooting has been atrocious still for the French. These are making a few now, 22% here. A while ago, they were 8% in the first half. Also, rim protection, very good here for the French. 4 blocks already in this one. And they have limited the points in the paint of Germany to only 24. And that is big considering that the points in the paint for the French is at 36. It's party time in France, by the way. That big 3 from Evan Fournier made such a big difference. Offensive rebounding doing well here for the Germans, though. 10 offensive rebounds, only 7 of France. Second chance points, though, have been in favor of the French at 10 second chance points compared to the 7 of the Germans. And the points from turnovers have been a big factor here. 10 turnovers already for Germany, 15 points of turnovers rather for the French. 7 fast break points, by the way, for the French, as Germany have 0 fast break points in this game. Anyway, we're having a great game here so far, with Franz Wagner missing on step back J. Defensive rebound coming from the French. We go the other way. 1:15 left in quarter number 3. And the French looking good here. Matthew Strassel with a bad turnover there. A great pass for Strassel. So the Germans get it back. Great game here so far. The French in particular really upped the energy in this half. They're very ambitious with some of their passing here. Yeah, it was a bad pass from Strassel because Yabusele was outside. And a turnover there for Mo Wagner. No one really keeping the ball here. And that happened late in the shot clock, by the way. Take a look at that. Wemby could not stay in front of the defender. But then Mo Wagner just barreled into a defender. Wembanyama misses a pull-up J. Mo Wagner comes away defensive rebound. So yeah, we saw Mo Wagner just basically run into Lasort after he put Wemby on roller skates, as our admin say. And Johannes Thiemann misses a 3-point J. Matt Lasort with a defensive rebound. So 6-point lead here. Could be the last possession of the quarter. French trying to extend the 6-point lead. At the moment, unable to do anything with it. So we go into the fourth quarter with France leading 56-50. Great quarter here for the French, who have their best scoring quarter of the game so far. 23-17, the quarter scoring in favor of the French. And things have definitely changed here in this one. As we take a look at some of the stats of this game, Biggest lead, as we mentioned a while ago, for the Germans was at 10. That happened in the first quarter, but since then things have been different. They also led a bit of the second quarter, but then France have been in the ascendancy in this game despite shooting 22% from beyond the arc. They are shooting 49% as a team from the entire field and shooting at 80% from the free throw line. They are dead even on rebounding battle here, and they are also dead even in terms of the assists. The biggest difference in terms of the numbers we're seeing here so far has to be points from turnovers. The French really doing a good job at capitalizing on turnovers of the Germans, 15 to only 9 of Germany. France leading that category. Second chance points, just a +3 advantage there for France. Offensive rebounding has been in favor of the Germans, 10 to 7 in favor for France. Points in the paint, though, I have to emphasize that once more because here's where they have a +12 advantage here for the French, 36 to 24 in favor of France. Bench scoring +2 here for the Germans. Gotta improve on that as well. But if you're Germany, take care of the ball better in the fourth quarter. Make sure that you defend better in transition. That's where France has been finding a way to get easier baskets, and it has been a bit of a problem for them. Top scorers here so far. Gorjan Yabusele with 15 points in this game for France, followed by Isaiah Cordonier with 14. In terms of double-digit scorers, that's all the French have had, but Nick Batum has 9 points has 9 points in this one, as well as Victor Wembanyama with 7. Can they get extra production from other people? We'll find out soon enough. On the German side here, they've been relying on Dennis Schroeder, 15 points, 5 of 12 from the field, 3 of 7 from beyond the arc. That's good for 43%. Has been pulling the strings here with 3 assists as well. In terms of double-digit scoring, they don't have anyone else, but they had 8 people scoring here in this game so far. Make that 9. I just double-checked it here. Isaac Bonga, Nick Waterbaugh, Johannes Voigtman, Franz Wagner, Daniel Theiss, Mo Wagner, Schroeder, Johannes Thiemann, and Andy Obst all have scored for Germany so far. Only Oscar De Silva and Mao Dolo have not, as well as Niels Giffey. All of them barely playing this one. Giffey with 12 seconds played. So, good production here coming from Germany, from everyone, but they need someone to step up and help a Dennis Schroeder. As Frank Ntilikina gets scoring going here in quarter number 4, 58 to 50 in favor of the French. Isaac Bonga. Oh, we were waiting for someone to do something different here for the Germans, and why not Isaac? 3-point basket, 5-point game. Oh, wait, this could be a while, guys. This could be a while. No idea how this can turn over because Matthias Assort but an offensive foul on Johannes Thiemann. Well, Bonga and Thiemann have done a good job here early here for the Germans. Taking a look at that offensive foul from Lassort again. Gets it. Tried to get it at the paint, but then literally threw Johannes Thiemann away. Literally just shoved him out of the way, trying to get into the position and the post. 58-53. And a travel here by Mo Wagner. Missed opportunity there. Germany need to find a way to score here by hook or by crook. Again, turnover count rising here for the Germans. Daniel Theiss and then Schroeder come back in here for Germany, trying to even things out. And the French have just been very aggressive in the way that they defended. So Mo Wagner's turnover, by the way, that's because he barreled into the paint and ran into just a stout defender. Isaiah Cordonier comes back in for France. He has been massive here for the French. And the crowd in France loving this. Victor Wembanyama misses another three-point basket, but finally gets one. He finally gets a three-pointer, 61-53, his first of this game, and he'll be breathing a sigh of relief because his shooting has not been on point. He's a 32% shooter from beyond the arc, but has only made 1 of 7, so that's only good for 14%. Let's see if that starts things up though, but then shooter can't answer back with 3. Frank Ntilikina with defensive rebound. And Matthias Lesort gets the hook to go. 10-point lead for the French. That's the biggest lead of the game so far for them. The French, the crowd anticipating that this could be the moment they make the gold medal match. But of course, you have to wonder, does Germany have a run in them? Also, with Lesort, they called a timeout, by the way, right after. As soon as he finished that basket, did the too small celebration. Hey, Pirate Gaming, for the stats, go check out the FIBA.basketball page there and go to the Men's Olympic Basketball Tournament. There's a live stats page you can access there to see how everyone's doing. And on that note, I'm just going to go out there and mention some of the numbers here. For the French in particular, Gorgin Yabusele leading the way in 15 points. While Isaiah Cordonier with 14. Victor Wembanyama hit the double-digit mark after that last 3 with 10. Oh, man. Matthias Lesort, though. Got to give him a lot of props because he is 4 of 4 from the field, 3 rebounds, and a single assist as well. Great presence here coming from them. Curtis Zier is smelling an upset, saying that the Germans thought they had this one. Well, a lot of people in this chat thought the Germans had this one. Jose Castillo, is France playing better because Gobert is coming from the bench? Actually, Gobert was one of the reasons why Germany only scored 8 points in the second quarter. So, I wouldn't necessarily say that. But then, I personally make it a habit not to question coaches' rotations. It's just having to look at things after the game. And Frank Ntilikina gets a three-pointer. The French have found their shot. A while ago, remember, they shot 8% from beyond the arc, talking about the French. And it's now slowly rising. 6 of 23, that's 26% here. I don't know if that'll be the dagger yet, Curtis Zier. I don't think you can say that's a dagger with 6:23 left in the game. But it has been a great start here for the French. 10 of 3 in terms of quarter scoring here so far. Maybe 10 of 5 because Daniel Theis gets a jumper. Gets a lay-in, rather. DSRJ is saying, hey, France could win the silver. Oh, are you assuming that they can upset the Team USA? We'll see. Yamato Haiwa asking if this is a one-game knockout or if it's a series. It's a one-game knockout. The French call for time, by the way, after a lay-in from Theis. And we're seeing an improved game here so far from the French, especially their shooting. It felt like they have started the game at a low point and they just kept on rising in terms of their quality as the game has gone by. Right now it is 66-55 in favor of the French. 6:02. More than enough time here for the Germans to come back. but they need to get going. Isaac Bonga, by the way, with that assist from Daniel Tice. Top scorers here for Germany. It's still just one person in double digits here for the Germans, and that's Den Schroeder with 15. Get a bit more help for him for sure. And the French crowd doing the wave at the Bercy Arena in France. Yeah, again, party atmosphere in Paris. And they're going to be hoping for an upset against Team USA soon. Or Serbia, whoever makes it. $66-55 here at the moment. And a turnover here. Courdigny with the bad pass. Yeah, I think the best player in the game so far, Vega, listing down the key contributors here. I think Yabusele was fantastic in this game. Lesort, Courdigny, those guys playing out of their minds. Well, Yamata Heiwa already trying to preview Wemby versus USA, but remember, it's going to be Jokic against USA first. And that is going to be interesting. Because Serbia, if they play their A game, could at least keep it close. Could. We'll see. By the way, there's a replay review here of that pass, so trying to see who had the last touch there, and not quite sure where that will go. So yeah, for those wondering, like chatting with Chad was saying that he doesn't like it when the commentary and the scores aren't aligned. Normally with second stream experiences, you kind of have to adapt and adjust the stream you're watching and the second stream commentary. As it's a rejected challenge there from the French, the ball will go back to the Germans as Gurshan Yabusele comes in for Victor Wembanyama with 6 minutes left. A saying, oh, the refs are in favor of the French, but then that call went against the French. Not quite sure. Daniel Tice. Oh, with a turnover there, a bad pass for him. The Germans, they gotta control their turnovers. That's been a big issue here. In terms of turnovers, they are already at 14 turnovers in this game. But more importantly, they have allowed 20 points of turnovers against France. That's probably the biggest number why they aren't making inroads in this game. Yabusele with a missed 3-point J. Franz Wagner with defensive rebound. Now, taking a look at how Germany are approaching this defensively, they are pressing full court, trying to play a trap. And the French taking their time in every possession. Offensive rebound from Daniel Tice out of a miss from Franz Wagner. And Gurshan Yabusele fouls Daniel Tice. Because Batum comes back in for Frank Ntilikina. Had a good basket a while ago to help spark this run in the fourth quarter for the French. At 5 points in this quarter. Let's see if they can do more. Just gotta adjust my lighting. Daniel Tice splits the free throws. Rather makes both. And there you go. Got my lighting fixed. .504 left here, 66 to 57. As Isaiah Cordinier draws a foul from Dennis Schroeder. Halfway point of the fourth quarter has passed, and the Germans get a foul again. Jans Voigtman fouls Isaiah Cordinier. That'll be 2 free throws here. I believe that'll be Cordinier. Cordinier 2 free throws. Again, the way Matheus Lesort will take the free throws, gets a first of 2. The Germans trying to force turnovers now. It's a very risky play considering that they break the press. You allow the French to perhaps have easier lanes to the basket, but the French very patient here. After breaking the press, they still set up half court, trying to burn as much time as possible, slowing the game down. Biggest lead of the game here for the French at 13. 9-0 run was the biggest scoring run here. And they are now leveling things in terms of three-point shooting here because the French are now shooting at 25%. The Germans at 30% from beyond the arc. And Isaac Bonga, big 3, 67 to 60. Daniel Tice with the assist. Oh, and a block shot there coming from Tice. Offensive rebound for Cordinier. And another miss here coming from Cordinier, but Lesort is there to save the possession. Wembanyama checks back in as well as Albasi. That's Lesort. Great production from him. Evan Fournier coming back out too. Four minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Perhaps the last 4 minutes of Germany to make it into the gold medal match. Two free throws awarded for Gershon Yabusele. Chance to up the lead here. Gets the first of 2. And the assist goes to Wemby. Yeah, so the free throw numbers here actually have been in favor of the Germans here. At least take a look at the attempts. Germans have been awarded 11 free throws. The French have only been awarded 9. Yabusele gets a 2 free throws, 69 to 60, and then a shooter misses a layup. Offensive rebound though for the Germans, but keep themselves in this one. Ops will come in for Voigtman. And Ops is going to be important here because he can actually spread the floor and add more shooting here for the Germans. And they need to score quickly. They need to get stops and score in transition. And that last play, by the way, from Schroeder, the missed layup. Daniel Tyson, good job making sure that it bounced off a French defender. I just got 2 under that, talking about Dennis Schroeder. Back on here. The Germans is trying to find ways to score. They go inside but lose the possession, almost lose it. Jump ball. Possession are going the way of the French, and Daniel Theis misses a three-point attempt. Nicolas Batum comes away with a defensive rebound. The French, they like the space. They like the space because it is slow. It takes so much time for the Germans. Let's say they score in this possession. It's taking them so much time to do it. And time is not the friend of the Germans. Victor Wembanyama misses a three. And Daniel Theis comes away with a defensive rebound. Andy Ops, I mentioned him a while ago. His three-point shooting is going to be big. He hits a three-point. 69-63. Germany within touching distance. Oh my goodness, guys. This could be really good. Isaac Bonga with that assist a while ago. Less than 3 minutes to play here. And just a two-possession ball game. Andy Ops with the biggest basket here for the Germans. Three-point shooting, not great in this game. 9 of 29 for the Germans, 6 of 25 here for the French. We're seeing more and more people coming in and joining us this chat. Daiki Ayomine says, overtime, please. Got a couple already here in this Olympic Games. Great overtime periods. And we're taking a look at the sequence here. Yabusele saying he was pushed by Daniel Theis. I believe they're going to review it. That's the reason why we have a bit of a delay. Let us know what you guys think, what you're feeling. Who has this? Can Germany come back into this one? It's just a two-possession ball game with 3 minutes left. And they're going to say it's a turnover from Gershon Yabusele. Yamata Hayawa says that he thinks that Schroeder should do more, but Schroeder is the only player in double digits here for the Germans. 15 points for him. Dom saying it won't be a comeback. That it will keep on piling up for the French. 868 Gang says, hope it goes to overtime. We've seen that already. I've already called an overtime game here. Shining with Chad's hoping for historical performance here for the Germans, but ooh, Dennis Schroeder misses a jumper. Yabusele gets a defensive rebound. They had two shots at the apple there. Isaac Bonga missed a three-pointer as well. They're trying to get the baskets from beyond the arc. Trying to score in a hurry. Oh, but Fournier misses a three. And Daniel Theis has it here. Any sort of basket would do. But a turnover from Dennis Schroeder. Oh, what a time to get it. A travel on Schroeder. So try to take a look at that again. But what a gift there for the French. A basket here will be big. Taking a look at what happened there in that travel. So Schroeder went up in the air, could not let go of the ball because Wemby had his hands on the ball. They were saying it should have been a foul on Wembanyama. At least that's what the German coaching staff was saying. Taking a look at that there, and ooh, that's tight. John with Chad says that was a foul. Yamato Iowa saying that was a mistake there from Schroeder. Courtinier coming back in, and Gershon Yabusele fouls Franz Wagner after a turnover, by the way, from Victor Wembanyama. Franz Wagner got the foul from Yabusele. Oh, and take a look at this. Steve Kerr scouting the opposition. Steph Curry in the venue as well. Andy Obst misses the three. Defensive rebound for Yabusele. Germans need to stop. The French will want to waste as much time. Well. Courtinier misses the dunk at close range. Then a shooter with a defensive rebound. The Germans need to hurry. Daniel Theis draws a foul. Not quite sure if we're in the penalty, if it'll be free throws yet. But either way, the Germans, you get a three here. It's a one-possession ball game. With around a minute left to play, you're still in business. Matthias Assort comes back in for Gershon Yabusele. I believe that will be... How many fouls does Yabusele have? The fifth foul of Yabusele. So that's why we've seen the last of him. That was a big miss, by the way. The dunk from Courtinier. Could have been one of the proverbial nails in the coffin. But right now, the Germans still alive, and Dennis Schroeder with a lay-in. 4-point game, a minute left to play. Daniel Theis with the assist to feed. Oh, but Franz Wagner fouls Matthias Assort. 2 free throws here for the French. Well. Let's see what happens here. Pressure-packed free throws here for Matthias Assort. Gets the first of 2. Shooting 63% from the free throw line this tournament. A lot of people asking for overtime here on our chat. And it is a split in the free throws here. Daniel Theis a defensive rebound. The Germans need to run. They need to score quick. (70-65). And Franz Wagner with a big triple. Don't look now. Timeout, France. 70-68. 2-point game. The French under pressure. This is exactly what we were talking about. There was time for Germany to come back. They are now just 2 points away. And even if the French burn the entire 24 seconds, as long as they don't score, Germany could have a bite at the apple here. Oh, we saw Dirk Nowitzki enjoying this one. And why not? It is now 70-68 in favor of the French. And people are anticipating overtime. Mark Deola says overtime. Buaha Unique says overtime, please. Daike Ayomine says overtime. Oliver Langrio says overtime as well. But we'll see. Gotta make your shots. Gotta stop a shot. And this could boil down to the final possession. The French and the Germans at the venue. Party time for them. 38.6 left in the fourth. And by the way, that last shot from Wagner, from way downtown. He hit that from the set. Andrew Albisi comes in for Matthias Lasorte for this possession. Let's see what they do here. Inbounding from full court, and the Germans pressing. Nicholas Batum misses a three. Franz Wagner, defensive rebound. The Germans will have a chance here. Oh, but a turnover. Franz Wagner loses the ball. Oh my goodness. Wait, and a timeout now for the French. That was crucial. Crucial for Franz Wagner. Crucial for the Germans. They were playing such great scrambling defense, forcing a tough shot, and Franz Wagner loses the ball after he dove for it. Another bite at the apple here for the French. Now if you're Germany, you gotta foul someone. You gotta foul someone. Or get the steal off the turnover. Get the steal off the inbound. Nothing that Franz Wagner could do about that, by the way, because he was already falling as he got the ball. Got the rebound. Franz ball. Man, that's tough. That's really tough. Didn't have the balance, got the rebound, and just fell. Nando De Colo, who's barely played in this game, comes in for Andrew Albisi. One of the surest hands in European basketball on the floor here. Now, as I say that, I hope I don't jinx him. But here we go. The French, with 12 seconds left, need to inbound, don't turn the ball over, and potentially drain a couple of free throws. Victor Wembanyama will shoot 2 free throws. They only took 2 seconds off of the clock. Wembanyama gets 2, he practically seals it. If he only gets 1, Germany have a shot. In this competition, Wembanyama shooting 64% from the free throw line. In this game so far, the numbers for Victor Wembanyama: 10 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists, and he's hit his only free throw so far. Here we go. Wembanyama misses the first free throw. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. They got a shot at this. But Victor Wembanyama gets the second. And the Germans have 1 shot to tie this. Timeout, by the way, for the Germans, for those wondering. All right. Taking a look at the possible moves here for Germany. Who do you turn to for the 3? Dennis Schroeder, 3 of 10 from the field so far, from beyond the arc, 30%. And the Alps, 2 of 4, 50%. Franz Wagner hit the big shot a while ago, 33%. Who are you turning to here for Germany? Dr. Thierry Kembamaika says Ops for 3. Oliver Langrio asking for overtime. Ten seconds left, 10.9 seconds left here for Germany to try and save this. Johannes Voigtman comes in for Isaac Bonga for this possession, and here we go. Dom says, why not shooter? We'll find out. Becca says, Obst will hit a 3. 10 seconds left. Here we go. Germany. Gold medal match on the line. (71-68). And a foul here from the French. They fouled Dennis Schroeder. 2 free throws here. They're going to dare him to shoot from there. Just taking a look at that again. They don't allow them to shoot the 3, making Dennis Schroeder shoot for the free throw line, and he misses the first. He misses the first, and that may be it. Unless they get a turnover off the inbound, that may be it. He gets a second 2-point game. Can they get a steal? They need a steal. Or do they foul? If they can't steal, they gotta foul. They gotta send someone to the line. Isaac Bonga comes in for Andreas Obst. Andy Obst for this one. So a couple substitutions. That's why there was a little break. Oh, Nando De Colo checked in as well. 9.4 on the clock, by the way. And Isaiah Cordinier fouled by Nick Weiler-Bob. 2 free throws here. Again, you drain 2. You ice the game if you're Cordinier. You get 1. You have a shot. You got a chance. If you're Germany. Well, let's see. Cordinier needs to drain the 2 free throws. If he does, that may be it. 3-point lead now because Cordinier drains the first. A second one could mean, at the very least, a silver medal finish. And a shot at the gold. And he makes the second, 73-69. And that may be too much. 2-possession ball game with 7 seconds left. A missed shot there from Dennis Schroeder. Aaron Fournier gets the rebound. And ladies and gentlemen, the French are moving on to the gold medal match at the expense of Germany. They've upset Canada. They upset Germany. And they are now in the gold medal match, awaiting the USA or Serbia in their home Olympic Games. And I'll do it. What a performance here from the French after a worrying start. They were down by 10 points at the first quarter, and they have just improved as the game went along. And what a time for the French to find their rhythm. It is party time in Paris. Led by Gershon Yabusele with 17, Isaiah Cordinier with 16. Mateus Desort had 10, Victor Wembanyama had 11, Nick Batum had 9. A lot of heroes to mention here for the French. And France will now await Team USA or Serbia in the gold medal match. Unfortunately for Germany, relegated to a potential bronze medal finish. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a game. What a game here in the first semifinals. Let's see how the second one delivers as well. Serbia against the USA in the other bracket. And already waiting are the French. Thank you very much for joining us here on the Paris 2024 chat party here on the FIBA YouTube page. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Like this as well. Just pound the thumbs up button. And of course, you can join and make the stream better by donating as well. And we'll have something better for you next time around, sure. And that will do it for me here today. Once again, I'm Paulo de Rosario. Really enjoyed being here with you guys. 73 to 69, the final score in favor of France, who are now guaranteed at the very least a silver medal and have a shot at finishing with the gold in front of their boisterous home crowd. We'll see you for the next ones.